All right, let's just jump right into it. We're going to break down a framework that's, well, it's not about just doing more. It's about becoming truly, fundamentally more effective. And it all starts from the inside out.
And I mean it. For just a few minutes, stop scrolling.
Because what we're about to talk about has sold over 40 million copies for a reason. This isn't just some collection of productivity hacks.
This is a whole new way of looking at things. And today, it can be your turn for that transformation. You see, the 7 habits aren't just a list of tips. They're like the operating system for high achievers. It's the roadmap that separates the people who are truly effective from those who are just busy. So let's start where it all begins, winning the war with yourself. These first 3 habits are all about self-mastery. It's about moving from being dependent on others to being truly independent. This is your private victory. It's the work you have to do on the inside before you can ever really win on the outside. Okay, habit number 1, be proactive. Honestly, this is the one that changes everything. It's the choice to be the driver of your own life, not just a passenger. It means you take 100% ownership. No excuses, no blaming, just you and your choices. Now this is where it gets really interesting because it shows a pretty tough truth. You see, about 95% of people live in that reactive mode. It's always someone else's fault, right? Their boss, the economy, their upbringing, anything but them. But that top 5%? Oh, they're playing a completely different game. And you can literally hear the difference. The language you use totally gives away your mindset. Reactive people say, I can't. It's a full stop. Proactive people ask, okay, how can I? One is a closed door. The other is a universe of possibilities. So which one are you speaking? So being proactive puts you in the driver's seat. But driving without a map is, well, you're just going to get lost. So to get us to habit 2, Covey asks this really powerful, kind of morbid question. And that leads us to habit 2. Begin with the end in mind. It's so simple but profound. Know exactly where you want to go before you even start the car. It's about sitting down and defining what truly matters to you, your core values, and building a personal mission statement that guides every single thing you do. I mean, think about this. Are you busy or are you actually effective? So many of us are working so hard, climbing, only to get to the very top and have that sinking feeling, oh no, this is the wrong wall. This habit makes sure your ladder is propped up against the right one from the start. So you've got your destination, awesome. Now how do you actually get there day to day? Well, take a look at this. Most of us, we live in quadrant 1, just putting out fires. And quadrant 3, dealing with endless interruptions. It feels busy, but it's not productive. The real magic, the secret sauce, is quadrant 2. This is the stuff that's important, but not screaming for your attention right now. Think planning, building relationships, real growth. This is where you literally architect your future. Okay, so once you've gotten that private victory down, you're proactive, you know your destination, you're doing what matters most, now you're ready for the public victory. This is where we shift from me to we. And that brings us to habit 4. Think win-win. You see, most of the world operates from this scarcity mindset. They think life is a zero-sum game, that the pie is only so big. If you get a piece, that means less for me. But highly effective people, they have an abundance mindset. They believe there's more than enough to go around and that we can actually work together to make the pie bigger for everyone. But you can't ever get to that win-win place if you don't even know what the other person's win is. And that's habit 5, which might be the single most powerful and ignored habit of them all. We are all so busy waiting for our turn to talk, to give our brilliant advice, that we don't actually listen. It's like a doctor writing a prescription before they even ask you what's wrong. You've got to diagnose first. You have to listen. So how do we actually do this? It's not just shutting up. It's listening with your entire being. Watch their body language. Try to hear the emotion behind the words they're saying. And then, before you even think about your response, try reflecting it back. So it sounds like you're feeling really frustrated because of this. I'm telling you, this one skill can completely change your relationships. Okay, now, when you take that win-win attitude and you combine it with truly understanding another person, something really magical starts to happen. You start creating results that are bigger and better than what anyone could have done on their own. Suddenly, 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2, it equals 3, or even more. And that is habit 6, Synergize. Now, this isn't about compromise, where we both give something up and 1 + 1 equals like 1.5. No, this is about creative cooperation. It's about seeing that our differences aren't a problem, they're a strength. And together, we can create a third alternative that's way better than what either of us had in mind to begin with.
And finally, we get to the habit that makes all the other 6 possible. There's this great story of a guy furiously trying to saw down a tree. Someone comes along and says, "Hey, why don't you take a break and sharpen your saw?" And the guy replies, "I can't. I'm too busy sawing." Sounds familiar, right? That's how so many of us are living our lives.
Habit 7, Sharpen the Saw, is all about taking the time to renew yourself in the 4 key areas of your life. We're talking physical, mental, social/emotional, and spiritual. This isn't a luxury. It's not something you do when you have extra time. It's an absolute necessity for being effective long term. You are your greatest asset. You have to maintain the asset.
And you've got to remember, these are all connected. Let your physical health go and your mental game suffers. Ignore your relationships and your emotional stability takes a hit. But if you consistently invest, even just a little, in all 4, you create this amazing upward spiral of growth and improvement.
So that's the whole blueprint. We've gone from the private victory to the public victory, all the way to renewal. So the big question is, how do we make this stuff real? How do you actually use it, like, today?
So here you have it, the whole system in one picture. It starts inside with self-mastery, moves outward to teamwork and collaboration, and it's all powered by constant renewal. It's not a list you check off, it's a process of continuous growth. So I want to leave you with just one final question. Don't try to master all 7 of these habits by tomorrow morning. It's not going to happen. Just pick one area. Look at habit 7. What is one small, tiny thing you can do today to sharpen the saw? Maybe it's a 10-minute walk. Maybe it's reading 5 pages of a book. That small thing, that's where it all begins.